Hey y'all. So I'm coming on just to remind everybody to follow the breadcrumbs, because when you're shifting into a different timeline, life is gonna look different. Things are gonna be different. So we can't be so afraid and be in our comfort zone so much that we're not gonna go do what we gotta do to evolve. And that means like putting ourselves in different environments. So like, for instance, this weekend, my kids are going with their dad, so I'm like taking that as an opportunity to go on a hiking trip with my dog and camping, and just for the weekend, and it'll save me driving. It's like strategic, but also going to help me. I'm not afraid to go camping by myself because I have my dog. She's golden retriever, but she's mixed with Great Pyrenees. Have you guys ever seen that video on Instagram where the Great Pyrenees is like, it's like a big white dog with a curly tail, is like standing up to a bunch of like, I don't know if it was wolves or coyotes, I can't even remember, it was a little while ago. It was like a whole pack of them. They're territorial. They're like used on like ranches and on properties to like pace the perimeter, make sure all the livestock stays safe, that kind of vibe. Like so when she had that mix of golden retriever and Great Pyrenees, she took the personality of the Great Pyrenees, which is very protective, very I could let her off the leash. She would never run away, ever. She's always been this way. It's just her personality. You know how dogs kind of come in and they all have their vibe. And it's funny because a lot of them are like their owners, right? Like you'll look at a dog and be like, oh, I can see why that's your owner. It's like on, you guys seen the 101 Dalmatians, that scene in the beginning where they have the dogs and they look like their owners? Oh my God, it's hilarious because Piper's kind of the same vibe as me and they have the same type of personalities, and I'm that way too. I'm very protective, very introverted. Like she's cool with other dogs, but at the same time she just would rather be alone, and just wants her peace to be respected. But I love it because as a single mom, like I feel like the house is protected at night. I feel like I don't have anything to worry about not having a man in the house, But yeah, so the point of the matter is, huge tangent as usual, go do things, go follow those breadcrumbs. Don't sit at home too much. Like this weekend I was like, I'm just gonna sit at home and enjoy the peace while the kids are gone. But honestly, no, use that as an opportunity to get out and put yourself in a different environment, immerse yourself in nature. I'm tent camping. I'm not even taking my camper. I'm tent camping. And because when it's just you, like for instance, this is totally to the moms out there, you get me. When you go someplace, you'll pack all this stuff so you can cook and just make everybody's experience so delightful. But if it's just you, you can kind of like you can be more free and malleable. And that's what I love about kind of wandering and going on adventures by myself, because I can just do whatever, right? I don't have to be like, well, everybody's probably not going to want to go on this 7-mile hike to see this waterfall that I want to go on, right? So like just respect yourself enough to put yourself in different environments. Just love yourself enough to like really stop pleasing the world and do what you got to do for you. And it would have been easy for me to just not go or just ignore that my intuition saying that I should go on an adventure this weekend. And I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna do it. I just fucking went straight plan mode. I was like, okay, let's go to the state park that I'm gonna stay at, right? Let's see what they got going on there, what type of sites are open. And then you just get all in the whole vibe of it, and then it shifts your entire energy from whatever you're fixated on running through your mind. If you're an overthinker, it's great to go on adventures. And an adventure doesn't have to be complicated. Like I just looked it up, it's like $24 a night to camp. That's nothing, right? So anyways, this isn't like some big spiritual message, but it's just a reminder to change your environment up a little bit. Get out of your comfort zone. Stop doing the same old shit all the time. Try some new things. Go some new places. Hike some new trails. Dip your feet in some new rivers. Float down some rivers. I love floating down rivers. That's free too. Just go get some tubes. Well, make sure you go with somebody though. I wouldn't float down the river solo unless I had a kayak. in a life jacket. I still wouldn't probably do it. Not because I can't swim, because when you do things by yourself, it just takes one little flip and hit your head and you're unconscious under the water. Like, you got to be careful with some things. But the point of the matter is just get out there and do different things, see different places. There's so much around where you live. I guarantee it. No matter where you live, there's things to do that you didn't even realize were there because you never looked. Sometimes it's funny. I'll come back from being like living different places. I've lived a lot of different places in the United States, and I'll come back home and then I'll explore back home that I never explored before. And I'm like looking at everybody that's still living there and they didn't even know those places were there. Like, oh, I didn't even know that was there. I didn't know they had trails back there. I didn't know this, I didn't know that. I didn't know that waterfall was like tucked up in the cut. Like, people, like, when you're distracted and on the hamster wheel and just going through life, you don't know about anything because you're not even trying to explore, because your mind is like on a whole different timeline of drama that you're going through with people, or drama at work, or how you're going to please your family by going to a certain function, or do this or do that. It's like always the world pulling you away from like what you would innately want to do. Like, if you had nobody around you and you had nothing, and nobody to please, no work to go to, no kids to take care of, nothing, like, what would you do? And then just go do it. Just explore, just create. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, that's the vibe for today, guys. This is a short video, and it's like, I just want people to get out of that space of being distracted from who you really are, because who you really are doesn't want to fucking go to work every day. Obviously, we got to pay the bills, but like, if you have those opportunities to get out of those distractions, you know, we can't totally all the time, but when you have those opportunities, fucking take them. Because I wasn't gonna take it this weekend. I was gonna be like, oh, I'm just gonna stay home and pretend I'm so tired from taking kids, but I'm not really that tired. It'd be good for me to get out of the house. You know what I mean? Like, just give yourself that little push. All right. I love you guys, and I hope you have an amazing weekend.